Ghana is at a pivotal moment, contemplating its future with ECOWAS. As the nation questions whether the organization still serves its member states or has become a tool of Western influence. What would a potential exit mean for Ghana's sovereignty and the future of regional integration in West Africa? The historical role of Ghana in ECOWAS. Ghana has been a key player in the economic community of West African states, or ECOWAS, since its founding in 1975. As one of the founding members, Ghana joined forces with 14 other West African nations to create a bloc aimed at fostering economic integration and cooperation. This was crucial as many African nations were grappling with the challenges of post-colonialism, including economic instability, political unrest, and social fragmentation. Ghana stepped up as a leader within ECOWAS, advocating for unity among West African states. This leadership was deeply rooted in its historical context. After gaining independence in 1957 under Kwame Nkrumah, Ghana positioned itself as a beacon of hope and a model for other African nations. Nkrumah's vision of Panafricanism emphasized the need for African countries to come together to address common challenges and promote mutual development. This ideology resonated strongly within the framework of ECOWAS. Ghana's commitment to regional cooperation was not just symbolic. It actively participated in initiatives aimed at enhancing economic ties among member states. The country recognized that collective action would be essential to overcome the economic hurdles faced by individual nations. By working together, member states could leverage their resources, enhance trade opportunities, and create a more stable economic environment. Over the years, Ghana has contributed significantly to ECOWAS's initiatives and programs. It has been involved in various projects aimed at improving infrastructure, trade facilitation, and agricultural development. For example, Ghana has supported initiatives to enhance transportation networks across West Africa, recognizing that improved connectivity is vital for trade and economic growth. From economic cooperation to political alliance. Originally, ECOWAS was primarily focused on economic cooperation, emphasizing trade agreements and joint projects. However, as the region faced increasing political instability, particularly during the civil wars in Liberia and Sierra Leone in the 1990s, the bloc recognized the need to adapt its mandate. This led to a significant shift in focus. ECOWAS began taking a more active role in political affairs and conflict resolution. This transition marked a turning point in its evolution from an economic community to a security community. The establishment of the Economic Community of West African States Monitoring Group, the ECOWAS Monitoring Group, was a groundbreaking development that highlighted this shift. For the first time, an African regional organization took military action to restore peace within its member states. The intervention in Liberia during the Civil War is one of the most notable examples of the monitoring group's role. In 1990, ECOWAS deployed peacekeeping troops to Liberia to help stabilize the country amidst chaos and violence. This action demonstrated not only Ghana's commitment to regional stability, but also its willingness to take on leadership responsibilities within ECOWAS. As ECOWAS evolved into a more politically oriented organization, it began addressing governance, human rights, and democratic processes among member states. Ghana has been at the forefront of advocating for democratic governance within ECOWAS, consistently pushing for reforms aimed at ensuring that member states adhere to democratic principles and respect human rights. This evolution reflects a broader trend within Africa where regional organizations are increasingly recognizing their role in promoting peace and stability. The shift from economic cooperation to political alliance underscores how interconnected these issues are. Economic stability often hinges on political stability, shaping policies and promoting stability. Ghana has played a significant role in the economic community of West African states, often taking on leadership roles in shaping policies aimed at promoting democracy and stability across West Africa. The country has been vocal about human rights issues and has pushed for reforms within the organization to ensure it serves the interests of all member states. Ghana's leadership can be seen through its involvement in various peacekeeping missions and diplomatic efforts aimed at resolving conflicts within the region. For example, during times of crisis such as the Ebola outbreak or the recent COVID-19 pandemic, Ghana has taken proactive steps to collaborate with other ECOWAS members on health policies and emergency responses. In addition to its peacekeeping efforts, Ghana has also played a significant role in facilitating dialogue among member states during tension or conflict. The country has often acted as a mediator in disputes between neighboring nations, leveraging its historical ties and diplomatic relationships to foster dialogue and understanding. Ghana's influence within ECOWAS is further underscored by its active participation in various summits and meetings, where critical decisions regarding regional policies are made. The country's leaders have consistently used these platforms to advocate for collective action on pressing issues such as climate change, food security, and infrastructure development. Ghana's dilemma within ECOWAS. Now let's talk about the current dilemma facing Ghana within ECOWAS. While it has historically played a leadership role, recent developments have raised concerns about whether remaining part of ECOWAS aligns with Ghana's national interests. Critics argue that ECOWAS has increasingly aligned itself with Western powers, sometimes at the expense of member states' sovereignty. This shift has left many Ghanaians questioning whether their country should continue investing resources into an organization that seems to prioritize external interests over local needs. One significant concern is how decisions made at the ECOWAS level may not always reflect the unique circumstances faced by individual member states like Ghana. As external influences grow stronger within ECOWAS discussions, often driven by geopolitical interests, there is fear that local voices may be drowned out or marginalized. Furthermore, recent political developments within some member states have raised alarms about governance issues within ECOWAS itself. Instances of unconstitutional changes in government or electoral disputes have prompted calls for stronger mechanisms to uphold democratic principles across the region. As Ghana grapples with its political landscape, questions arise about how effectively it can advocate for democracy within an organization facing its challenges. The growing perception that ECOWAS may be losing sight of its original mission, to promote regional integration for mutual benefit, has led some Ghanaians to reconsider their country's commitment to the bloc. A compromised sovereignty? Let's dive into a complex and pressing issue: the relationship between ECOWAS and Western powers, and whether this has led to a compromised sovereignty for its member states. As many know, ECOWAS was established to promote economic integration and political stability in West Africa. However, there are growing concerns that the organization has increasingly become an instrument of Western geopolitical strategies, particularly those of France. Critics argue that the influence of Western powers is shaping the decisions made within ECOWAS, often at the expense of the member states' interests. This has sparked a wave of anti-colonial sentiment across the region. Many citizens are questioning whether ECOWAS truly represents their voices or if it merely serves as a puppet for foreign interests. The Sahelian countries have been vocal about this issue, framing ECOWAS as an agent of French imperialism. This tension is palpable and has significant implications for regional politics, as we see a surge in anti-Western rhetoric. It's clear that many people are calling for a reevaluation of how ECOWAS operates. The question on everyone's mind is whether this organization can maintain its independence while navigating the complex web of international relations. Ghana's new strategic partnerships. Now, let's shift gears to something exciting: the emergence of the Alliance of Sahel States. This new alliance, formed by Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, is making waves as it represents a bold statement of regional sovereignty. For Ghana, this presents a unique opportunity to redefine its strategic partnerships in West Africa. The Alliance of Sahel States isn't just about politics. It's about creating a new framework for cooperation that prioritizes African-led initiatives. By aligning itself with this emerging alliance, Ghana could potentially distance itself from the influences that have historically dictated regional policies. This could be a significant step toward fostering genuine sovereignty and self-determination among West African nations. As Ghana considers its role in this evolving landscape, it faces an important choice: to continue within traditional structures like ECOWAS, or to embrace new partnerships that may better reflect its national interests and aspirations. The Alliance of Sahel States could be a pathway for Ghana to engage in more authentic regional cooperation that truly benefits its people. What's at stake? let's talk about the economic implications of potentially leaving ECOWAS. This isn't just a political decision, it's an economic calculation with far-reaching consequences. If Ghana were to exit ECOWAS, it would face significant challenges related to trade networks, monetary cooperation, and regional economic integration. The potential disruption of existing trade routes could have immediate effects on businesses and consumers alike. Ghana relies heavily on trade with its neighbors, and any changes could lead to economic isolation or increased costs for goods and services. However, there's also an argument that leaving ECOWAS might open opportunities for more authentic economic integration, one that better serves Ghana's interests. The current model has been criticized for not fully benefiting member states. By stepping away from ECOWAS, Ghana might explore new partnerships that allow for more equitable trade agreements and economic collaboration tailored to its unique circumstances. It's a double-edged sword. While there are risks involved in leaving such a long-standing alliance, there may also be opportunities for creating a more favorable economic environment. The future of regional integration in West Africa. Looking ahead, we find ourselves at a critical juncture regarding the future of regional integration in West Africa. The landscape is shifting rapidly, and several scenarios could unfold as countries navigate these changes. One possibility is fragmentation, where countries begin breaking away from traditional structures like ECOWAS in search of more suitable partnerships that reflect their national interests. Alternatively, we might witness significant reforms within ECOWAS itself as member states push for changes that prioritize local needs over external pressures. Another intriguing scenario is the emergence of entirely new models of cooperation that challenge existing frameworks. With rising global powers like China and Russia becoming increasingly involved in Africa, we could see new alliances forming that offer different terms for engagement compared to traditional Western partnerships. As these dynamics evolve, it's crucial for countries like Ghana to stay engaged in dialogue about what regional integration should look like moving forward. What do you think about these potential shifts in West African regional politics? Are we witnessing a revolutionary moment in African geopolitics? Drop your thoughts into the comments below. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights into these fascinating developments. Thank you for watching.